warm weather. That's the reason why we moved here, because of warm weather.
Sorry,
Unfortunately, well, of course, hindi ko akalain it's gonna happen this way, right? That's why we moved south.
Uh-huh.
And of course, nangyari na nga, winter storm here sa South Texas.
Uh-uh.
And good thing din na na-prep kami sa Washington for this kind of weather. But you can tell when we came out yesterday sa streets, you can really tell they don't know how to drive. Dito sa, when it comes to those conditions, yung mga icy, talaga kami, nandun kami sa may lane na may mga ice. Nandun sila lahat sa, yung medyo clear na na pave, tapos ang mabagal siya. So talagang you can really tell, talagang hindi prepared. Tapos the day before Sunday was, hindi kagaya sa Washington, pag may mga ganyang alerts before, I'm not comparing states, pero before with us, may mga panic buying, may mga bumibili na ng mga items. Sunday was none. It was just a regular like Disney, alam mo yun. Tapos, yun nga, tapos nangyari winter storm kahapon when we went out, only one store was open.
Oh, shoot.
So, it's Walmart. It's like a ghost town. Walang kuryente, wala. Tapos isa lang. And people are lined up. Like it's a long, long line. Talaga, long, long line. People are freezing and shivering, but they need food. Imagine, but it was an awakening for everyone, maybe, but it's a long line. Everyone's cold. They were just hoping that they can buy some groceries. But 2 days, well, close to 72 hours, no electricity, no water. And here's the thing, because most houses here may be not prepared for this kind of situation. Most houses, most here, their pipes bursted because it was freezing. It was like Alaska. Yeah, I see a lot of posts like, oh, how Alaska went south because it was in Celsius, it was -14, ganun temperature.
So when was the last time it snowed in Texas?
I don't know. Basta, I was just following messages sa mga friends ko sa Texas and sa mga post nila. May nakalagay, this is hindi supposed not to happen, ganyan, hindi ganyan. It's very rare. This happened to Texas. Ang dami nang nag-comment sa akin, Madel, you brought the snow here. Parang gano'n. Di ba? Parang gano'n. So anyway, so very rare. Pero yung may nakausap akong isang nurse, kumbaga an inch lang, kumbaga after 3 years, 5 years, saka mga an inch, no, pero hindi ganun kagrabe. At saka hindi yun to the point na mawawala ng kuryente, gano'n, walang tubig. Talagang ilang days wala. Ilang days. And ang dami nang sa post sa mga Facebook sa mga kung saan post na they blame it on yung transition ng dati oil and gas sila. Kapag alam mo yun. Ngayon, dahil dun sa green gas revolution na program, they transition to the wind turbines. Nag-frozen. So, hindi gumagana. Affected.
Mm,
So, yun lang parang sabi ko, pero it's good din na kahit papano, it's global warming eh.
okay.
It's gonna happen. Mhm.
Yeah, so just to acquaint our viewers, this is Bradford.adkins of Sis in the City and Gemma Brion talking with Madel Baroma of KT, Texas, right? KT? Yes. Yeah, they're experiencing a very, very bad case of winter storm right now. You know, power lines are down, uh, people are suffering, most businesses are closed, and Madel here is the senior management director, managing director
Marketing
for
director.
WFG. And what is WFG doing right now with all the catastrophe? Are they doing some kind of like parang charity help efforts, or
Mhm.
what's going on with WFG?
So far on that note, sa mga siguro per hierarchy kasi kanya, di ba,
Ah,
independent contractor siya, sa kanya-kanya yung team. So for sure, yung mga team na to, kanya-kanya silang cause, mission to help these people out. Especially siguro yung mga hierarchies or teams na nandito sa banda ng Texas, they probably have their own initiative of making an impact, helping out someone that's affected by this, winter storm. It's maybe not just Texas. It's ang daming affected eh. So
uh-huh.
company itself as a whole comprised of several teams hierarchy. So kanya-kanya na mission. What I'm saying is that, for example, sa star team, kami sa star team, besides this winter storm, so meron kaming Star for One Foundation. It's not sponsored by WFG, but because we represent WFG, so para bang, we carry along the mission na rin ng company through our own hierarchy operations.
So your SMD, what does it take to be on that level, senior managing director? How
Of
many
course,
people are working, under you?
so first, I would say how to get to this position. First is yung baseline talaga, you get into the business. So the way how it works right now is for me, my personal opinion is, gusto lang nilang, they wanna get into the platform just to learn lang. Test
Uh-huh.
the waters. Walang, no pressure to do the business, no pressure to become a client, just to learn because we believe in financial foundation through education. Then after that, when they educate themselves, at least, from dun sa natututunan nila, then they voluntarily, hey, I think I need this service. So then papasok yung client services. Then after that, while testing the water, sabi nga because of what they learn, papasok yung like yung interest mo na gusto mong gawin to on the side. Kasi nakikita mo na siya how it works as a client and education hanggang sa another level na yung business, yung gusto mo meron kang yung mga licensed associates under you. To get to the senior marketing director level, hindi siya like, there's a system that we follow, you need to have this, like licensed people under you, certain production, and of course, a cash flow. Pero it starts with why. Bakit gusto mo maging senior marketing director? Kasi nga, many people, because many people already knows WFG, many people probably sign up with WFG, but hindi lahat could be a WFG, a missionary. They could be an agent or just someone that just signed up 100, they really know how the mission works. But to get to the SMB, kung akong tatanungin mo, Brad, how strong your why to get to use this platform to achieve your dreams. Kasi yun talaga yung magpapaget you to that level. Besides
Okay,
besides the system.
yeah, I know a lot of agents, but I don't know a lot of senior managing directors. Like comparing an SMD for WFG versus an SMD on another company, how does it compare? How different?
So, well, of course, senior marketing director, as defined sa WFG, is based sa system how WFG promotes people. Senior marketing director on another industry, it could be a corporate level, or it could be the same platform as WFG. They follow a certain system to get to that certain promotion. So kanya-kanyang dynamics how to get there. So so of course, like for us, meron kaming the system is with cash flow and points and having people within your agency. So it depends kung anong platform, anong industry yung papasukan mo. Kasi for example, yung isa, kasi kunwari, you get to an Amway business. Ang senior marketing director nila, maybe executive marketing director ang equivalent. So iba-iba. So at saka, like I say, iba-iba yung system how they get promoted on that. On a corporate level, kasi dati akong rehab manager, how we get to the next level after rehab manager is the regional manager. May ibang category na naman yun. Yung alam mo yun, parang you have to meet certain credentials or performance to get to that level. So parang they base on, it could be standard, but some in the medical field ako, before, it's sometimes, subjective, but sometimes it's also subjective. Kasi minsan kung talagang, alam mo yung uso pa rin yung kung magaling ka sa boss mo, may edge ka ba na you get to the next level, you're how you establish rapport to them. So iba-iba, depende.
Okay. Now let's talk about WFG and the pandemic. It has never been more pronounced the need for insurance, for various coverages, long-term care, than today, the pandemic. because a lot of people are dying, a lot of people are in the hospital, a lot of people are exposed to the virus. Can you talk about how WFG cope with the increasing demand during the pandemic? No.
That's why, yes, that's why doon po pumapasok yung mission ng company.
Uh,
Hindi lang on the product side, on the services side, but also
what's the mission nga pala of WFG? What's
no,
the
no,
mission and
um,
vision of the company?
so no families left behind. Combine na siya with the mission and vision. No
Oh,
family.
parang military, no? No money is left
Pero
behind.
pagdating sa financial education, kasi usually, so in order for you to be like, like knowledgeable, kailangan mo may financial advisor, may mga
Uh,
financial advisor ka. Pero kung ang typical na middle class or maybe below middle class, ma-afford mo ba ang financial advisor? 400 to $500 maybe per session, per hour? We don't know. Of course, when it comes to like education for all, so of course,
uh-huh.
ng company, here you're not obliged to become a client, you're not obliged to become a one of us, but you start with educating yourself. So yun ang mission talaga, mission and vision. It's like everyone, like millions of Americans, and its outer scope like Canada and Puerto Rico are, like ma-educate sila when it comes to these finances kasi most ng nagiging yung like sinasabi mo yung mga yung unpreparedness sa retirement man yan, sa college planning man yan, it all starts with lack of education, 'di ba?
Mm-mm.
So dalawa kasi yung side niya. It's opportunity to, especially ngayon sa pandemic, many people are unemployed.
Yeah.
Many people are looking for opportunities that they work from home. And because of Zoom and this virtual opportunity, it's becoming the new norm.
Yeah.
So telehealth, doctors, services through online. And financial services gonna be like that too. So nagiging normal na siya. So it's becoming more acceptable as long as meron lang nabibuild na trust.
Mm-hmm.
So how did we cope up with that, with the increasing demands, where it's just to find people that would like to do this, like to be in the mission of helping these families get protected, helping these families get educated, help these families get an extra $1,000 sa, alam mo yun, sa household income nila para makatulong man lang sa day to day, especially hirap na yung pandemic. Kasi may mga small businesses out there dyan, how would you help them out?
Mm-hmm.
Ay, may mga empleyados na sila. Ang ginagawa ko din is, minsan, I have this goal, for me, kasi sabi ko nga sa kanina, per hierarchy, yan per team yan, kung ano yung gusto mong, besides the no families left behind, ano pa yung mission na gusto mong i-bring out sa community. So ang goal ko when this pandemic came, if our organization, my organization, the building gonna be really that impactful, small businesses ang target ko. Small business talaga yung how will we help them. So ang ginagawa ko is so for example, ikaw meron kami small restaurant and I have clients too. So para bang I help you with marketing with my clients. Hey, this restaurant is this, you go visit this one so we can help local community. So I refer them to my clients and then let's support this. Yung simple advocating for them is it's a great act of helping them out. So yung mga ganun ba? So dati, alam mo ba, Brad and Gemma, hindi ako ganito dati. My mindset wasn't like this. I was just a typical employee, in a corporate world, I get to the ladder like, aral ako ng aral, nag-doctorate, ganyan, para lang madagdagan yung credentials ko. Pero I never seen such a big mission like how WFG impact me. Kasi imagine mo yun, Brad. Every day you meet clients. Every day you hear their stories. Every day sponge ka. Lahat ng problema nila. Parang naghahanap yung mga tao na mapagsasabihan ng problema. And you are not just an agent. You become there as a friend. And na yun, yung alam mo yun, tapos you learn from them, they learn from you. And then ayun nga, change the world. Change your world yung nagiging making a difference talaga. Parang yun na naging impact sa akin, which most people who sign up with WFG before, sign and die ang tawag namin, did not see that. I know for sure, Brad, marami ka na na-meet na mga nag-sign up sa WFG, they didn't like the platform kasi maybe they didn't see what I see. Pero
But
yun,
yeah,
yun,
funny,
ano yun?
yeah, funny thing is that I've been hearing WFG since as far as I can remember back then, you know. And funnier is that I always go back to WFG. Like for now, as an individual, my need will be long-term care. I see the need. I have coverage. I have gainful employment. I'm secure, but not on the long-term care part. So I want to know more about long-term care at WFG. It's one of your products, right?
One of the products, pero ang WFG, wala naman talaga siyang like, talagang WFG provider. So,
Ah,
platform kasing WFG, but WFG partners with several companies,
okay.
like Prudential, Nationwide,
Transamerica,
Transamerica,
Nash, National Life.
iba. So, halos
Uh-huh.
may option ang client. For example, ikaw nangangailangan long-term care. Pumunta ka lang sa isang agent, like Lincoln Financial, pumunta ka sa agent ng isang Lincoln Financial. Yun lang siya,
Uh-huh.
parang their captive agent, yun lang nire-represent nila. Ikaw, paano kung gusto mo, meron ka pa bang ibang pwedeng i-offer sa akin besides what Lincoln?
Long-term care.
Wala, yun lang. Pero kapag sa
So,
WFG agent ka, may A, B, C, D, E, F pa, mamimili ka kung anong gusto.
parang one-stop shop, parang marketplace.
Tama, yun ang the best word. Kasi imagine mo kung long-term care lang yung unang entrada nila sa'yo, like inquiry. Yung pala malalaman mo, wala pa silang living will. Meron din, we do that too, living will prep. Tapos magugulat ka na lang, interesado sila sa final expense, yung mga funeral expense na yan.
Uh-huh.
Magugulat ka na lang, may odd 401k sila na nakanandok afloat lang pala, hindi nag-underperform. Ayun na. Hanggang sa, mamaya you end up like, instead of helping the long-term care, you help them with so many things na.
Mm-mm.
Kaya nga, one-stop shop, marketplace, I think that's a new era term for what we do. Is just, if I have this problem, and then as I build relationship with you, lalabas na, ito pala. I tell you, Brad, you learn, as my skills here, I didn't just learn it through like textbooks, mga webinars, trainings. I learned it from my clients.
Okay.
It's mismo.
Okay.
Mm. Baka
So,
may kwan yun, Brad. Baka kaya bumabalik sa yung WFG. There is something.
hindi, as a matter of fact, I have my own, agent ID number ba yun?
Oo,
Parang four or five digits yata yun no?
bakit ano nangyari?
I'm busy with my, day job. So, I'm exposed to the Filipino community. Left and right yung nag-invite, di ba? So, in my effort not to disappoint someone, I simply say no to everyone. Kasi, di ba, pag napagbigyan mo isa, magagalit yung iba, di ba, na hindi mo napagbigyan, no? So, just,
Ay,
not, you
that
know,
happened to me
to
kasi
avoid favoritism, right?
ako physical therapist. When I came to the US, parang isa yan sa mga ang dami ko mga physical therapist friends na sa WFG. I had the same situation like you do. I'm not gonna sign up to anyone kasi I don't wanna, ito. Pero, God's perfect timing talaga. God's perfect timing. Parang na lang, like, I'm gonna sign up. Kung sino man yung taong yun, then, yun. It was just suddenly. Parang lumabas na lang siya ng pusa na hindi mo na siya planado. Parang, bigla na lang na, sige, subukan ko na nga to. Kasi, hindi mo talaga alam. Imagine mo, like, for example, you favor one, nasa sayo din yung Brad. What if hindi ka rin naman naging, like gumalaw, even though nandun ka sa closest one, pumunta ka sa number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, will it be the same? Hindi. Nasa sayo naman talaga yun. Diba? It doesn't matter where you are.
So, how long did it take you to reach the SMD level? Ilang
1 year.
1 year lang?
Oo, sabi ko sa'yo, kasi depende talaga kung Depende ko talaga yung sa grupo na puntahan mo.
Talaga.
May grupo ka talaga kasi na they all lift you up, tapos iba-iba yung, alam mo yung parang more, kasi they don't talk a lot about money, 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 commission, commission. Hindi, it's all about sino natulungan nila, ano yung story nung, yung naging, yung story, success story. Kasi story sells. Alam mo yan. Story sells. So, doon yun yung successful story yung natutulungan family. So, ganun lagi yung environment na kumbaga sa WFG nakalakihan ko. Kaya that's why, yun yung pag may natulungan ka, parang yun yung people are proud of you because you help that person, not because you make that money. Parang ganun ba? So yun. Tapos mabilis na yung 1 year kasi lahat, siguro kung naumpisahan mo na yung culture na ganun and everyone follows, parang alam mo yun, so, parang domino effect lang yung, ano mo yun, Brad. Diba?
Sige, first, what got me into joining is my need for financial literacy and my need for financial freedom. Yun, medyo na-satisfy first few months. Pero siguro dahil lumaki na ng lumaki yung organization, I felt disappointed na my questions and concerns were never fulfilled. Like I only had needs for commercial liability insurance and nobody knows anything about beyond personal. Yung mga pagdating ng commercial level, wala nang may alam, parang ganun, di ba? So, parang tinabangan na rin ako, pero,
Diba? Pero siguro, like what I said, you believe in second chances naman, diba?
oo.
Kasi nga, syempre, no, like, nobody's perfect in this world. So, second chances. Kasi ako second chance po ang WFG. I had a code before, pero hindi ko siya, I was just like you, I just became a client lang muna. I didn't really pay attention. Pero yung talaga nagpa-reactivate sa akin talaga is because that friend of mine really like asked me that she needs my help for her promotion. Kasi I see the sincerity in her. Kasi ano ito yung, may anak kasi siya na autistic. And therapy alone ng autistic, para lang, alam mo yun, ang mahal. Kung mag-work lang siya ng, alam mo yun, dun sa job niya, tapos may out of the pocket pa siya dun sa, kung magagaling dun sa W2 job, parang hindi kakayanin hanggang sa hindi ka may business. So, I saw that something in her na, doon sabi ko, kung siguro kung gagawin ko to, matutulungan ko siya. So, yun na naging start nung sabi ko, simple act of kindness sometimes. Yung pala yun yung mangyari sa'yo. Yung, pag pala maganda yung inumpisahan mong, and tuloy-tuloy nyo yan. Parang basta iba yung feeling. I can't explain. Talagang super overwhelmed lang talaga siguro ako and then I met people like you guys. For some reason, chain of events to eh. Parang chain of events lang
How
talaga.
did you, how did you meet Gemma nga pala ulit? Refresh my memory.
Si Jeff, kasi ganito, before that, me and my executive vice chairman, si Maricel, we were, visionaries kasi kami, ganito, dapat meron kasing Star for One Foundation, yung mga biktima ng mga calamity sa Pilipinas, sinisendan namin ng ano. Anyway, sabi ko, paano kaya tayo makaka-raise ng more funds para sa mga Pilipino natin kababayan para we have more money to send to the Philippines? Di ko magpa-concert for accounts tayo. Sabi ko, mga artista, ganyan, ganyan, ganyan. That was the day before Gemma came. And then tapos, Charmaine is, of course, she's a busy nurse, pero once in a while lang siya mag-prospect. Na-prospect niya tong si Gemma. And then Gemma, for some reason, work in, like, kagaya mo, Jim, sa EBS. Pero sabi ko, wow, it's connected. Who knows kung sino magiging connection ni Ate Gemma dun sa sinasabi namin concert for a cause. Pero like I said, God is giving us people na magkakatotoo yun, Madel, yung concert for a cause, because may mission. Mission is to have more funds para dun sa Star for One Foundation. So, ayun na, ito na. Parang, through you, imagine mo through you, mag-voice out yung totoong WFG spirit.
Yeah. I know, how do you explain nga pala the existing stigma in WFG?
Oo, yung
How do you overcome that? Oo.
Kasi ako, ano ba? Yes, I'm a very structural person and I validate a lot of things. Pero yung feeling nung friend ko that she wants to do this, that validates everything to me. Para bang para sa akin, itong taong to, hindi, she will not fool me around. Lalo na pinag-uusapan anak niya. You know what I mean? So, kahit,
Yeah.
kahit na may mga ganun akong, like, I here and there, I never even dared to look into, like, alam ko naririnig ko na siya, pero I did not get into that because my friend was a validation na if this company could really help her. So yun lang, ganun lang. Tapos how did I pass it on sa iba? I shared the same story. Same story lang. I just use the same story, my story. I don't, and then I asked me, oh, nasa Google. So I said, "Yeah, everything is in Google now. You research about, and sometimes if you're in Google, that means, try mo research yung pangalan mo kung nandyan ka. Ibig sabihin, hindi ka like, like people doesn't know you, you don't have established name. Swerte ka kung nandyan ka, nakalagay, di ba? So parang, and then and then of course, siguro it helps kung nagbabasa ka talaga ng libro, when you read books like self-development books. And that way, it kind of redirects you from being judgmental. So sinasabi ko sa kanila na not all what you see, what you hear is of course accurate. Talk to the real people that are in the industry. So yun, so of course hindi naman maiiwasan yung sabihin nila na ganun yung kan. Pero it's getting better if there will be more people like us. It's gonna get worse if there will be people that are more, commission oriented. Then it's gonna get worse. Hindi na matatapos yan. Pero if we break the chain, na yung ganito tayo, yung ganito yung WFG na makikita nila, I think it's gonna change.
Alam mo what impresses me in WFG is it has the ability to recruit high quality people like yung pinsan ko, she's a top-notch RN. Tapos yung boss niya parang RN din. Gemma, she has a master's degree. I have a master's degree. And I'm sure you have some kind of, recognized degree din. Parang lahat ng kilala kong, number one, to get to America, you have to be educated. Hindi ka darating dito na naka-boat, di ba? You have to take the plane. It's either you are petitioned by your relative or by your employer, baseline pa lang, dapat may degree ka na, di ba? Plus, you have the education to get here to America. And then when you get to America, you study further to get further education, further degree, di ba? And then, mababalita mo, nag-join ng WFG. There's something in the organization that attracts, that gravitate around highly qualified people. Do you think, what is that about? What is
I think
that all about?
naman sa we're underestimating yung mga hindi nagganong level. Pero I think the level of maturity is different.
Mm-mm.
Yung maturity, na hindi tayo basta-basta papato sa mga online na yan because hindi ganun yung level of professionalism that we know. It could be that kasi tayo hindi lang tayo basta-basta, ayun, those are this is normal. Even your, like, kunwari, Bank of America, kung mo, ang daming ng reviews. Kasi nga, it's just the way it is. And we think like that. And nakakatulong talaga siguro yung level of education for the mindset. Pero it's not like, what do you call that? Hindi naman yun ang talagang tinitingnan natin. Pero yeah, it's true. It attracts people na ganun level kasi I think they have that level of influence. Like for you, for example, tayo, because when people see that, nandito siya sa WFG, ibig sabihin, these people are in that position and they're doing this. So that means it's a legitimate business.
When you get in, you need to get a license din naman, diba? Yung insurance license. Then you explore, and then you explore other licenses like securities license, yung kung ano pang mga license dyan, di ba?
Yun din na naisip ko din dati. If this is something like one of those like phishing scams or whatever, ba't ka magla-license?
Highly regulated yung industry
So,
ng
highly regulated.
industry, ng insurance.
And I discussed that with Gemma, like how highly regulated. And of course, parang mo sa social security that you want to protect. Integrity mo din yun. siyempre imagine mo yung mga like professionals na sinabi mo nga, yung medyo may masters, may mga higher degree, at saka kahit yung mga bachelors, whatever, they wanna protect their own identity too. Eh, lisensya na yun eh.
Yeah, tsaka to get the license, you need to take education, you need to pass the test, you need to be fingerprinted for background checking. So number one, you won't get a license kung medyo mababa yung mentalidad mo, di ba? Number two, you won't get the license kung meron kang bad record
Criminal record.
for financial fraud, you know?
Mhm.
Maraming requirements to even get a license, you know?
Yeah, oo. Pero siguro lang kaya marami lang nagpo-post ng review about the company is because they didn't have a good experience, in the first place. Or because yung maagang nag-give up. Kasi iba na, like, kung if they push a little bit more, then they could have seen something better. Pero of course, may mga
Uh-huh.
maagang give up na sinasabi na, nag-give up na, ang hirap naman nito, ang hirap mag-recruit, hirap pumasa ng license, ang daming no, ang daming adversity, lahat na lang no, ganun. So may ganun talaga. Pero like what you said, it depende talaga sa exposure. Like I know we can testify kay Gemma sa lahat. And yung mga in-invite namin were just planting seeds. Plant seeds. Later on, mag-harvest na kami niyan. So, ay naku, Brad, I tell you, it might be something kasi ilang beses nang kumakatok sa yung WFG. You never know.
Yeah, you never know.
You
Yeah.
never know talaga. You never know. It's just amazing. Ako nga eh. Si Gemma nga, ilan na nag-invite dyan eh. Pero,
Gemma, let's ask Gemma naman, what are her expectations as far as WFG? Gemma, ano
mhm.
naman ang ina-expect natin? No?
Ang ini-expect ko is to broaden my education about
Ah,
finance.
ah,
And then I'm actually having online classes right now to be a licensed insurance
ah,
agent
ah,
soon. So hopefully by next month, I will get my California license.
that's cool.
Aside from also being a notary public, Brad, for California.
Ah,
So I'm the type of a person who would like to learn, a lot. So every day is an opportunity to learn and help other people.
mm-hmm,
And now I feel happy that I was able to join WFG the second time around with
okay,
Madel as our leader.
okay. That's good. It's good to hear. Yeah. You know what? The basic foundation of financial education is in getting the license because before you get the license, they will educate you on the basics. Di ba, Madel? Yun ang umpisa. Parang parang reading and writing yan eh. But in terms of numbers, di ba? How to do financial health check, anong regulations around that, parang mga ganon, di ba? Oo.
Exactly.
Yung
You said it right, Brad.
Oo. Dealing with cash, may mga rules. Oo.
building relationships talaga, ang pinaka, on top of all. Kasi, para bang when you look at it, um, mindset and skill set and people set, yung skills mo sa tao. Yung kumbaga percentage-wise pinakamalaki ang part of the pie ng people, yung skill set when it comes to people.
Mhm.
People. And then to follow na lang yung sinasabi yung basic fundamentals like yung mga technical skills na yan, numbers na yan, para bang small part of the pie. Kasi even though we're knowledgeable, if we don't know how to deal with people,
Aha.
ang hirap. Mahirap talaga sila i-convince to, believe in your product. Kasi nga, yun yung talagang pinaka most important part ng skills, people skills.
Okay, we've been talking for more than 40 minutes now. We want to wrap it up. Madel, is there anything else you want to tell the world about WFG and how do they contact you?
Okay,
Or do you have your social media accounts?
so check me out. Follow me on Facebook,
Uh,
Madel Baroma. I have a TikTok, Madel Baroma,
uh-huh.
Instagram, Madel Baroma. I know my LinkedIn page is still in the works.
Uh-huh.
That's why I have Gemma to help me out.
Uh-huh.
The work. And and most people are in Facebook anyway. And you can just check me out there. And my number is 360-791-4318. And of course, maybe the best is contact Brad. So you can contact me.
Okay. Gemma, you want to share your social media information too?
I'm on Facebook as Gemma Brion, and I'm also on LinkedIn as Gemma Brion. And recently, I joined the group of Madel under the Star Circle of WFG. So we are really happy that we had this talk with you, Brad,
Same
and
here.
we really enjoyed it. Talking with you about WFG of Transamerica. Thank you for the invite.
Okay. This is Bradford Atkins of Scenes in the City. My Facebook is Bradford Atkins. I've got another Facebook page for Scenes in the City. My YouTube channel is Bradford Atkins. My Instagram is Bradford Atkins. My Twitter is Bradford Atkins. My contact phone number is air code 925-550-6805. And my email address is bradford_atkins@yahoo.com. And I hope you check us out soon. WFG, care of Madel Baroma and Gemma Brion. Uh, Start your financial literacy now. Start your financial independence now. The earlier the better, especially in these pandemic times. And thanks and good night, everyone.
Thank you, Brad.
Thank you. Bye. Good
Keep
night.
safe.
Keep
God
safe,
bless.
Madel. You, Gemma, also. Thank you. Bye.